I'm just waiting for you to stop being stupid.
We're just going to continue being stupid, because if we don't be stupid a little, then we're not going to get in the groove, you know? The groove. You want to get in
the groove is, I'm serious and you're an idiot. That's the groove. That's already happening.
Yes, it is the groove.
Anyway,
welcome to Track Trav. This is Trav. I'm Ribbit. How you all going?
today we were talking about this in the car, and it was basically how Star Trek doesn't have a huge social media presence like Star Wars or like Doctor Who. Like, there's nothing that really grabs people to make people discuss these shows.
Yeah.
Like, other than notices of cancellation or a new series, there's nothing within the show that really grabs, like, I want to say, views or watching.
They're not really into that, are they?
I don't know what it is in terms of marketing wise. Like, they'll push out a trailer, but like, if you remember, so we've got a Strange New Worlds trailer, and
do we? I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, well, you're going to hear about it now. But we got a Strange New Worlds trailer talking about the next season, and what happened at the end of last season?
No,
a couple of the crew were captured by the Gorn.
Oh. Do they get gone by the Gorn?
They get taken by the Gorn. And what happens in this trailer? We see all of those characters back on the Enterprise. So they didn't die. There's nothing new about it.
Yeah, that seems like a decision that they could have made a bit better.
It's really weird because it's Doctor Who, in terms of like, plays on this nostalgia. It's like it plays on, oh, we've got this character, that character, oh, big news, da da da. And it seems like everyone was talking about it. When Doctor Who ended this season, it was like everyone was Billy Piper and all of that. And Star Wars, like with Andor, everyone was talking about it. Every episode was like amazing. People were talking about it.
Season 2 Andor, it's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, but I haven't watched it.
He hasn't gone through season 1. He refuses to continue watching.
My issue is like with Star Trek, like in terms of the only show that really got any sort of social media views and controversy was Discovery.
Yeah.
And that was in its early life, and now we've got Strange New Worlds, which is like, I want to say, one of the more popular Star Trek shows, not really getting, like, I want to say, the explosive sort of advertising from social media presence.
Yeah, well, I think it's also like, I don't know, it's something about Strange New Worlds, and it's great. I love it. I love it when it's there, but when it's not there, it doesn't really do anything. Like, it's very bland. This is Star Trek. Like, it feels very bland.
My theory is because it's an episodic show, you can't really sort of tease a huge big story with big conclusions. You sort of have to sort of advertise each individual episode.
They could have played on Gorn.
Well, they did. They're doing like a two-parter, but at the same time,
they could have just not revealed that people survive.
Yeah, it's a really weird choices. Like them choosing to also renew it for a 5th season, cut that 5th season down to 6 episodes, seems to be a bit odd as well. Like that was literally, they gave us a list of all the episode titles, then said it's being renewed for season 5, and there was only 6 episodes for season 5. Like, that's the biggest thing that's happened in Strange New Worlds.
Yeah, but
they're not creating buzz around the series.
Yeah, there's not a lot of buzz.
And I get that Disney's a far bigger company, but Star Trek is arguably the biggest franchise in Paramount. Like, Paramount's biggest franchise.
Yeah, well, Paramount's also struggling at the moment.
Yeah, well, I get that.
And I think this might be a sign of it struggling, is that it's struggling to get its media presence put out into social media.
But the thing is they rely on Ninja Turtles or SpongeBob, or like there was a Strange New World SpongeBob crossover, which I think I showed you.
These are the voyages of the Patrick Starship Enterprise.
Dang, look at that.
What's your status, Commander Cheeks?
Everything's peachy.
Commence nautical nonsense.
Its mission, unclear.
Krabby Patty, engage.
Hit it, Krabs.
Aye, Captain.
Jumping jellyfish!
Yeah,
Like,
I saw
and it's like, oh, this is fun, but at the same time, like Paramount's been making movies for 100 years, and its main franchises are Star Trek, SpongeBob, Transformers, Ninja Turtles.
that. I'm pretty sure SpongeBob, Ninja Turtles, and what was that one?
Transformers.
They're all not actually Paramount original properties.
They're owned
I think
by
Star Trek's probably the closest thing to it, and even then, it's not technically because in
Well, Paramount bought the rights back in
the 60s,
the 70s, I think.
60s, 70s, yeah.
It was
Again, like these are all products that aren't actually originally made by them. So it's like one of those things that, like, what do they actually produce?
Well, it's no Star
They're
Trek.
just this corporation that's just gobbling up.
Well, Paramount's always. I will say this: that Paramount always gives Star Trek a finale. Like, you know how Netflix, they cut shows off and they're just like, fuck this.
Yeah.
We're not doing.
I like Kratos.
Anything, literally, like friggin' was it Santa Clarita Diet? Like,
Yeah, just
I
stops
learned
on a
that it
cliffhanger.
ended early. It ended early, and I'm like, there's no point watching this.
Yeah.
Whereas Star Trek, at least Discovery got some reshoots to make the season 5 finale into a finale. Picard got its finale. Strange New Worlds is getting its finale. The only one it didn't was Prodigy, but it had a damn good second season, which you haven't seen because he doesn't like Prodigy.
That's nothing against the show. I'm sure it's great,
But it's that's the one thing that they do that's good. But my problem with Paramount is they just don't. They keep saying how big a franchise Star Trek is, but then it doesn't feel big.
yeah, they're not promoting it correctly, and that's the thing. Like I feel like they heavily rely on like Comic-Con and stuff like that to promote shit, and it's like, well, maybe we don't want just continuation of the same fans. Maybe we want to open it up to a broader audience, and I think that's the biggest issue with them is that they're not trying to open it up to a broader audience. And I know that people within the fandom is going to turn around and say, "Oh, but it's not even Star Trek I grew up with."
Yeah,
but they're targeting you. Like they're literally these properties are still targeting the core.
I would
audience.
say the only one that didn't target the core audience as much was Discovery.
Yeah.
I think Strange New Worlds is accessible to anyone, but I think the problem is it's on Paramount streaming.
Yeah.
So Paramount.
Well, that's like Halo. Halo, when they put it on Netflix, it fucking blew up.
The worst thing about Halo is Halo felt to me like they could have done a Mandalorian type thing, but the Mandalorian came first, so they decided to reveal the actor's face.
Yeah.
They give zero shits about the actor's face.
But as much as I have a lot of disdain for the Halo TV series because it doesn't follow anything with the story, and mind you, Halo's got a pretty good story behind it. They've got books, they've got fucking video games, they've got comics, they've got all sorts of other things.
When they moved Halo to Netflix, it was huge, ratings-wise, streaming-wise, it was huge.
Yeah, because other people couldn't access it.
I think the problem is with Star Trek is what they should be doing is maybe putting the Star Trek shows on the streaming service maybe a little bit early and then start airing them on normal TV networks.
Yeah, either normal TV networks or even slow release onto like season by season. So like maybe they release season 1 of Strange New Worlds onto Netflix and they let Netflix just like they didn't pay for it, but they're gonna see it.
It seems to me, I think that will happen eventually. I don't know how long Paramount's going to last with its merger with Skydance and all that stuff.
Well, I don't know how long this entire thing of every single fucking production company having their own streaming service is going to last.
I don't mind that. What I hate is the fact that, for example, Paramount sort of pushes the fact that it's the Star Trek streaming service, but they don't have Prodigy on there. So they don't have all of the Star Trek.
Yeah.
Or they don't have something. I know in America they don't have some of the movies on there. They don't have like the J.J. Abrams movies, the new ones. Like it's really weird that they want it to be like Star Wars on Disney, and it could be.
Disney's even struggling with that. Like, they're talking about like how they have massive.
Well, I think cinema films they're going back to normal again. Yeah. So I think that streaming's becoming like they're making profit now, but that profit is unfortunately not as much as they would make releasing a film. So
and like that's the thing. Like it's hard because like they're like I get it why they wanted to have their own individual streaming services and stuff like that because they thought, oh, that's a quick, easy way to get money because then we're doing it directly. We're not giving Netflix a cut and this and that. But like they forget that people don't want to pay like $80 a month on fucking 10 different fucking streaming services.
I think it's sad also because there's no buzz created about Star Trek unless it's the beginning of a show or a cancellation of a show.
Yeah.
There's no like Starfleet Academy tried it with naming some of the cast, which are a bit more famous than normal. The only show, actually, to be fair, another show, Picard, got tons of buzz for its third season, but that's all the older fans. You're not getting new people in watching season 3 of Picard.
I think it's hard because, like, again, Star Trek, again, it sounds like it's a big, scary fucking franchise. Like, to the layman, it's not, I don't mean scary as in, oh, scary. I mean scary as in, like, it's hard to get into because it's so big, it's so, like, interconnected and everything has to be, like, lore driven and stuff like that. Whereas, so, like, I don't think that they need to focus on all that stuff. Like,
I think Strange New Worlds hits a happy medium.
Yeah.
But I don't see Strange New Worlds doing anything super new or super old. It's sort of in the middle. Discovery tried to do lots of super new things. And I think Discovery will eventually come out as being like a favorable series. I think a lot of it is just around grumpy old dudes who liked TNG.
Oh, no. Discovery's great. Like, it's probably some of the better series.
The thing that drives me crazy is that there's this imbalance, and it's in Star Wars and it's in Doctor Who as well, where in order to get views and clicks, you have to reveal something or surprise people and or really sort of knock into like past shit, and I don't like that.
I think it's also like the advent of streaming. Like, I don't know about you, but like I just don't feel the same oomph from like a show coming out anymore. Like, there's no, ooh, I've got to wait for this. Like, this is really great. This is going to be good, and this and that. There's no build up to it all because it's like, you know, it's going to be released and you're going to get like 3 episodes straight on.
The one thing I like about Star Wars in terms of streaming is they've thrown a lot of shit at the wall. Yeah. Like, they try different styles of show, different areas they're exploring. That's really interesting for me. Whereas with Star Trek, I think they're too afraid to do anything too different, which is weird because they started off doing something super different.
Yeah.
And the saddest thing is controversy seems to drive what they want to create now. Or not controversy or surprise.
Yeah.
And it genuinely
you know, it'd be
makes
great
sense.
for Star Trek, a Neelix spin-off series.
Anyway, but yeah, it's like they want to do it. Everyone's like a Janeway spin-off series.
No, I mean Neelix. I mean straight up a Neelix.
I don't care about you trying to be funny with your Neelix shit.
No, I think it would actually be good. Think about it. He's
stuck in the Delta Quadrant.
No, he's not. He came to the Alpha Quadrant.
No, he didn't.
Didn't he go with them?
Did you not? What you fall?
We haven't finished the reviews. We're still in season 2.
You fall to sleep to. You've watched Voyager before.
I haven't watched Voyager for like 2 years now.
Neelix gets left in the Delta Quadrant.
Oh, well, then we can watch his adventures.
No one wants to watch a Talaxian planet. Anyway, but the only show in the whole of Star Trek history to do anything different was Deep Space Nine.
That's true.
Like, literally.
I reckon they just like redo Deep Space Nine.
And Discovery tried like a stylistic change because obviously they're coming after the 2009 Star Trek films.
Yeah.
So it was a bit more actiony, a bit more pumpy, cameras moving all the time.
Lots of lens flare.
Yeah, lots of lens flare. And
thanks, JJ.
But now it feels to me like out of the big three franchises, Star Wars, Doctor Who, and Star Trek feels like the one that doesn't really have anything exciting about each of its series anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't feel like at least in the TNG area, Deep Space Nine was very different. Voyager lost in the Delta Quadrant. Enterprise was set a couple of 100 years before. Like, there was something unique, whereas now it's just, here's a prequel series. Here's a series set in Starfleet Academy. Like,
I am somewhat excited for Starfleet Academy, but I just don't know if there's enough buzz behind it.
No one asked for Starfleet Academy.
Yeah. I'm hoping that they like, I don't know, like, I think they might need to go down the route of doing the whole Andor sort of thing and sort of pick a character within the show that is interesting enough that they can follow.
The thing is Picard was meant to be that. It was meant to be just Picard, no guest characters to explore, but it turned into TNG season 8.
Yeah.
And Discovery is very much about Michael Burnham.
Yeah,
Strange New Worlds, I don't know why it doesn't focus on Captain Pike as much as it should.
I feel like they just need to go to an everyday guy, like within the universe of Star Trek, and just follow his life going through Star Trek. Like, I think that would be more interesting than anything else at the moment.
I certainly think they need to do something that sort of shakes up everything. And I don't think that is going back to nostalgia and fucking
but like what
bringing
I'm
back
talking about
old
is
characters.
Like, they're focusing on the big hero moments and shit like that, and big powerful moments. And I feel like everyone's a bit jaded of that sort of
I think all of the franchises, actually I would say except for Star Wars, have really tried to sort of avenger it.
Yeah.
To sort of make it all about being a hero and big explosive things.
I think we're just all a bit jaded over that.
Yeah,
like, we're just like a bit over it. Like, we've been there, we've done it. Like, we've done it to death. Like, we need something different. Like, where it's like,
but yeah, they avenged everything, which is, I don't know. It's literally not just a Star Trek problem; it's an everything problem. But Star Trek isn't an Avenger thing. Star Trek is a thoughtful, sometimes slow thing, and that's what they miss from a lot of these treks.
Yeah.
And also, there's no risk to any of the characters, especially when you spoil it in a fucking trailer.
Yeah. That is what it is, though.
But yeah, what are your views on the lack of buzz around a lot of Star Trek products? And if you say Star Trek Legacy in the comments, I will get annoyed because we don't need it. And thanks to ADHD Brain over here who stopped mid-sentence. We'll see you next time.